All right, this video comes to us from Dave Webster. Dave competed recently in a white belt division at Naga, I believe in Sterling, Virginia. So let's get started. I'll tell you a little bit about Dave as we go. Dave is a personal trainer that trains at a gym that I grew up in, and the first gym I was a trainer at for years and years. And he started coming to my classes on Fridays, maybe about 6 weeks before this competition, somewhere around there, 4 to 6 weeks before this. He has very little formal training, but he has competed over the past several years. I think originally once a year at Wildwood Naga. Let's back this up and get this takedown. But he really wasn't training at a gym for it. Let's see. Oh, grabs the single, lifts him up, takes him down good, and secures a pass. Nice takedown and passing points, I think. Anyway, yeah, so interesting story about Dave. He started training a little bit 2005, 2006 at a gym in the Baltimore area, ground control. Not like a ton of training, you know, white belt. I don't know if he progressed a ton. And when he was a young kid, like pre-high school, it looks like Dave got another pass. We'll watch this match a couple times, though, just to give you a little background. It's a fun story. But yeah, wrestled when he was a kid, not like high school or anything. So he doesn't really have any formal training. I mean, a little bit in 2005, 2006, almost 20 years ago. And he's rolled around a little bit with his buddies at a gym he's a trainer at. And one of them doesn't really have any jiu-jitsu experience either. Wrestled in high school for a couple years. So it's an interesting story, at least to my knowledge. Before my class, he had never really trained much at a gym. As we can see, he gets the rear naked choke. So I told you all of that. We'll break this one down now that I told you a little bit about Dave. So he, in some sense, he's spent a lot more time focused on competing than he has actually training. So let's see this here. Should auto loop and play. I'm just going to start this over. All right, so let's talk about it. Dave gets a tie up. He's starting to try to break the guy's posture. Interesting element in Naga that you can compete shirtless. I've only had a couple opponents do that. It definitely throws you off if you're not used to it. It's different. It's very, very different. Even just the difference between a long sleeve and a short sleeve rash guard is huge. I know some people that double layer their rash guard, and it's almost impossible to arm drag them. So a little tying up here. Dave is just aggressive. He just gets it. When he trains, when he rolls, I think he probably takes some people aback because he's just a very nice, friendly guy. Gets the underhook, single leg. But he, again, it's all about like competition mindset for him. And he doesn't have a lot of technique to rely on. Not that many white belts do, but still. So let's back this up. Let's see this little exchange. He gets 2 for a takedown here. Goes over to the other side half. Oh, wait, that's right. He got passing points, too. One more time. Sorry. I guess that's what happened. Maybe not. Takedown. Good job, Dave. Do they not call that a pass? He holds his finger up in the air, and then maybe he gets a pass. In Naga, maybe passing points is just, 2. Let's see. I'm just trying to figure out the score. It doesn't really matter. So Dave is getting some control, pinning the guy in half guard. Here's an interesting thing about half guard. As of right now, it's safe to say the bottom guy isn't playing half guard. Dave was playing half mount. It's a pin, and he has control of the bottom leg. But the bottom guy, right after that pass, looks like he tries to get his knee in the way. Dave's around on a front headlock. Yay. Spinning around to the back. A body triangle of sorts. I don't know what these points are. Is this two points for a back? I have no idea what the points are, to be honest. I'm not going to worry about the points. Looks like he gets under the neck.
Hey, Dave. Sit.
And does a nice little short choke grip variation. Very nice. Let's do this one more time, and I'll talk about some other things. So Dave comes out, immediately aggressive, ties right up. He sets his tone, his intention. He's very, very intense right here. You know, his eyes are wide. He's staring down his opponent, and he's given his all into every connection, every grip. It's definitely an energy and a vibe that Dave is riding right now. It's just hand fighting aggressively. We go over a lot of hand fighting. At the top of every class, we hand fight. That's a good little tie-up. The good under-over battle. Bam, lifts him up, takes him down, immediately comes around the corner. I don't have an issue with that, but if your intention is to not get caught back in somebody's half guard, you know, you might want to be a little more mindful about how you go about that. Slide across the belly, maybe spin across the top side. So like take a pit stop at north-south. Just some thoughts. Nice little quick sprawl. Let's watch that again. It's just this is a very short, simple pass right here. Dave gets head in the far side shoulder, cups around the leg, and just sprawl passes. I'm not saying he learned that from us, but we've gone over that exact situation where instead of doing the body lock, you just hug the hamstring and you have strong head position and you just kick back. Everybody should know how to kick back aggressively. Don't obsess over, is it a body lock? Is it this? Everybody should know how to try to kind of mule kick to break open somebody's guard. It's so insane how often that can lead to a pass. That was a wonderful pass. Let's see how his opponent does a good job of getting the shins back in the way. He's playing on his side. Let's back this up here. So Dave gets the pass, and his opponent just shrimps out, tries to get the legs in the way, but then Dave goes around to the head, which is a great option. If somebody's legs are coming at you, spinning towards their head is a great idea from there. He's coming in, and that's smart. So like if you reach under this far side armpit, I would look to immediately get parallel. So that grip right there, too often people stay perpendicular and get rolled. The bottom guy is waiting for an opportunity to roll you. Dave locks up this body triangle here. I do not know what these points are. It looks like he just gave 2 for a back take, but I guess that's the way it is. I haven't competed in Naga in a long time, and I'm not really the best with points. But he's just staying in control here. He's not in a hurry to move on to the next thing. This is a hard one to critique because everything Dave really tries to do, he gets. And a pretty great performance. He's ready to move up to the next division, I think, in Nogi and face some adversity there, at least in his own age bracket. I know. This was a gold medal match. I know. He also took. Dave goes against everyone he can. He went in a younger age bracket, and I know faced some adversity. He competed in absolute 18 and up, and lost to his buddy Matt, but it was on points. So he had a great day. And this is great. This is a nice little camera work here we got going on. So I'll just say some things while it's replaying because I don't like dead video. My screen will time out. So anyway, that's Dave Webster. He doesn't really have a home gym, so there's no gym to necessarily shout out. But our little underground grappling group he's been training with, and he's started to come to some open mats with me at Bel Air BJJ. So yeah, man, I'm proud of him. Great performance. You know, he lays it all out there. He commits to the competition. He does not wait for the competition to come to him. He goes out and finds the competition. And that's awesome. Win, lose, or draw, that is just he's committing to the way he is, and he's going and getting it. And I like that attitude, and I like that intensity. And it makes for an exciting, dominating match. When you go out there like that and you are successful, it can be really badass looking. You know, it's going to take a lot of skills to continue to be this dominant as you progress up in the ranks, obviously, but it's cool to know, hey, I'm going out there against somebody else who's trained some, and I'm able to just straight up do what I want to do. And it's a good lesson for him. It's also a good lesson for his opponent, you know. Not every match gets to be this dominant. So, great job, Dave. Thank you for the submission. Check out bjjshortcuts.com. I have some cool things coming up around the turn of the year. Cool.